So the NBA trade deadline was a couple days away, and many teams made moves. But one team that made no moves, and perhaps needed it the most, were the Charlotte Bobcats. So it is my pleasure to introduce, out of San Diego, and the man with the most impressive handlebar mustache on the face of the earth, Brandon Michael Smith.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know my middle name was going to be said. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about the Charlotte Bobcats, okay? So how do you feel?
You know, this season has been a down year. I had high expectations for them. I had them going to the playoffs this year. We are not, but I like the fact that we're in a position to get this first pick in the draft. I like the fact that Anthony Davis is proven to be a force in college basketball right now, and I think that he has good potential in the NBA. And the outlook of having him and Bismark Biyombo, that's quite a front line, a young front line. Biyombo's only 19 years old right now.
Yeah.
Just saying, lots of room to improve and lots of young potential.
All right, so do you have faith in Michael Jordan making all these decisions as your owner?
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of negativity towards him, a lot of people saying the fact that he was arguably the greatest of all time. He shouldn't be allowed to make these decisions. His judgment is kind of misled with decisions like drafting Kwame Brown, which repeatedly get mentioned, but I think he's given up the reins a little bit. You know, he's not making all the decisions by himself. We got Rich Cho as the GM right now, and he's taking more responsibility in making decisions as far as trading and drafting. I think it's good for Jordan to kind of not be the man with all the responsibility of making all the decisions. And I think it's so far worked out well with the draft picks. We haven't turned those draft picks into wins right now, but I think we're rebuilding our team and making it for a better future.
Now, I know you're a big fan of Gerald Henderson, but he's been hurt a lot this year. Do you still see him as a viable starter in the NBA in the future?
He's in a tough spot because he is the scorer. He is the scorer. That's what he does. He'll occasionally get you 6 to 7 rebounds, but that's all he does mostly is score. And he's an explosive player. He can dunk on pretty much anybody. He's improved his jump shot, but it's going to be tough for him to keep that starting position at the 2 spot with Kemba wanting the starting position and seeing as we have not a lot of depth in our front backcourt. So it's going to be tough for him to keep that starting position.
So what moves do you want the Bobcats to make then going forward?
Unfortunately, the Bobcats have the lack of a leader on their team right now. Some thought it would be Corey Maggette, and I personally thought it would be, and he's shown signs of it at times. His ability to drive, get to the back, get fouled, and get to the free throw line has been good at times and horrible at others. But we need someone to step in and be a leader. DJ Augustine has shown potential as well. But unfortunately, we're average at best at every position, and not just one person is going to change all that. I need them to go into the draft strong, hopefully with this first pick in the draft, knock on wood. Hopefully they don't get robbed by that devil that we call David Stern. But with the first pick, and hopefully some cap room, I'm not saying go out there and get a Darren Williams type free agent, but some solid role players, I think, will definitely help this team moving forward.
Now I know you love playing with the Bobcats on NBA 2K12. Who would you consider your most promising prospect on the team right now?
I would have to go with Bismark Biyombo. He has great defensive awareness and instinct, man-to-man, and also on help defense. His rebounding, especially for his size, he has a huge wingspan, and his game, his offensive game, has shown a lot of improvement since we first had him. And I think only more time he can only get better, especially with the staff that we have. I think the coaching will only make him better. And at only 19, What are you doing at 19? Okay, all right. Let's do that.
Now I know that you also watch some Clippers basketball on the side, Brandon.
I do.
Yeah, and,
Occasionally catch the Clipper game.
yeah, I know, and I know Blake Griffin.
Side note. Worst announcers meet. Michael Smith. I just want to say that. No relation, by the
I
way.
know Blake Griffin is your boy, man.
It's sad you've become the third, if not worse, if not lower, power forward in the game.
Wow.
It's not lower than that.
No.
So Kevin Love, LaMarcus Aldridge, who gets no credit, and then Blake Griffin. I think he got hyped up too much. He got too much credit for last year in his quote-unquote rookie year, even though it wasn't. I think he's had the benefit of a horrendous trade that was approved by David Stern of bringing Chris Paul in,
Yep.
and he hasn't really improved that much upon it.
Right, I agree with you.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I think this is the fourth best. I think it's the fourth best power forward because I think Pau Gasol is better than Blake Griffin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's debatable.
Right.
They have different teams.
Now the Bobcats, unfortunately, are out of the playoff race just by a little bit. Who do you have as a favorite to win the whole thing, Brandon?
You got to go the way they're playing right now. On any given night, it could be Wade, it could be Bosh, it could be LeBron. I think it's just too much. They have a pretty solid cast of characters around them. Norris Cole, Mario Chalmers. I think Udonis Haslam. I think their talent will carry them in the East. I think the injuries of the Bulls will finally catch up when it comes to playoff time. Rip Hamilton has been a super joke so far, and I think that lack of depth at the two position will hurt them when it comes to playoff time. And as far as the West weekend, I think they'll end up facing the Thunder, especially if what I'm hearing is correct. The semi-breaking news that they're close to coming to terms with your boy Derek Fisher.
My boy.
Yeah.
I think that's going to help them with not only backup point guard, but also leadership and experience in the playoffs.
Yeah. That breaks my heart to hear.
It would make for an interesting playoff matchup if the Thunder see the Lakers at any point. It would be interesting.
Yeah, it would. But I have one question for you, Brandon. Why are you a Bobcat fan?
Why am I a Bobcat fan? I don't know if it's necessarily a young team kind of thing, but I'm also a fan of the Carolina Panthers, who are an expansion franchise as well. And I've always liked them when they became a franchise in 1995. And I've always been a fan, like the Bobcats, mostly because they're really cool jerseys. I've always liked
Gerald Wallace.
who is no longer a Bobcat, as aware of. But it's been in recent years that I've become more of a fan of them and rooted for them. But there's no exact reason why. No, I have yet to come up with one.
All right, Brandon. It's been a pleasure to have you as a special guest on the show.
Oh, thank you.
We
Thank
look-
you for having me, guys.
Yeah, we look forward to having you in the future.
Oh, please do.
Of course.
Come playoff time, we'll give you another call.
Oh, I'll have my phone on.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, guys. You guys have a nice rest of the day.
All right,
You
back
too.
at you.